Hello everyone and welcome to a new episode of Disco Elysium. Last episode we got the recorder and the tape player and now we are going to use it. But not here, not here. Let's go outside. Yeah, I don't want to, like, anyone can hear the recording of this stuff. And let's hear about what is happening. So how can you use it? I keep this to play tapes. And I have an item here. What is it? Oh, this one. Okay, interact.
The porter reel is just what you needed. The reels attach to the apparatus with a satisfying click. The tape is routed behind the magnetic reader.
Remember that we interviewed the woman that supposedly was attacked, and that was the reason they killed the mercenaries. She says she wasn't attacked, and the hardie said that they have a tape that prove it, and they give us the tape. So that's what we are going to hear right now.
You push Command C, and the tape starts spinning. Violent static and machine sounds fill the air.
This isn't Revachol. This is a fucking village. I can almost see the elephants.
Another loud scratch of some kind of machinery.
The harbor. That's the sound of a Kvalson crane.
And remember that Kim loves cranes and stuff.
When this shit is done, I'm gonna tear that place up. Soldier of the apocalypse style. Kill shit. Dogs and chickens too. Gonna run a room, Cordy. A real nice one. I don't give a shit. I'm fucking done. I'm done mentally. I'll fucking do them all in. Rape that disco cunt on the counter. You know, the dance a whore upstairs. Do it Kohoi style. Never did get that taste out of my mouth.
Click then sign that the rest of the tape is empty.
The lieutenant presses the button marked Arrête on your porter reel. The tape stops spinning.
What was that at the very end? Silence?
End of recording.
What do you think?
It seemed authentic enough. Probably recorded off the shortwave, then edited to seem more incriminating. He sounded like he was on patrol around the harbor walls.
Yeah, I agree. He almost saw in every tape.
Still,
The lieutenant looks at the tape. You are familiar with the look. Now, is his look of suspicious?
There's more going on here than we know.
Who is Corty?
Corty could be short for Cortenard, one of the other mercenaries, the one he was talking to. Probably the mountain at the harbor gates. Mr. Right to Work.
Who is Kohoi?
A village on the Samaran Isola, in South Safre. Grad committed war crimes there, the kind of thing he talks about.
You think he was there?
Who knows? Maybe the tattoos would have an answer. Or maybe Kohoi is just merc talk for atrocity, slaughter.
A symbol of soldier of the apocalypse style conduct in a civil environment.
Okay, what now?
I think we've got a few more questions for Klaasje, don't you? This seems to contradict her testimony, at least to some degree.
As you take out the tape, the boombox tunes itself back to the cheery radio again, spewing out beats like it's a
Okay.
Friday night.
Yeah,
The
that used to
contrast
happen.
feels chilly, inappropriate even.
Yeah, take this out. And let's put our lantern. Let's go and talk to Klaasje. Remember, Klaasje is the woman that we were talking about. She was supposedly assaulted by this man, and now she's saying that she's not. And the mercenary and the hardie say she is. So, but it's super confusing because no idea. We have a couple tasks to today. We need to send Kim to deliver the body to the station and other stuff. Yeah, let's go up. Let's get out and let's talk to her. So let's drop a save and let's see what she has to say.
Officer, it's a fine day for questions.
Titus Hardy gave us a recording where the deceased stated his intention to commit rape.
She puts her coffee cup down with a soft ring as the porcelain meets the metal table. This does not surprise her.
Did he? I never said he was a good man, or that he had good intentions. Only that he was never bad to me.
She doesn't care. If anything, she sounds amused.
On this tape, he specifically identifies you as the target.
Where did they get this recording exactly?
It's intercepted radio chatter of the deceased, recorded via a de-encryption station. It's authentic enough.
Does he say he's gonna do it Soldier of the Apocalypse style?
Ah, she arched her bro. Those are the sack words he used.
Yeah. That was practically his pickup line.
She picks the cup back up.
Did he say whores a lot? Was he pretty much on the verge of doing it Kohoi style?
Kohoi was mentioned.
He wasn't actually there. He didn't do a tour, or at least didn't tell me he did. Would have been overkill anyway. He lived his own little Kohoi. It wasn't his everything.
Do you think he was trying to scare people?
No. I'm pretty sure he did all those things. And then had to internalize them to keep on living. Until they just sort of turn into his, what's the word I'm looking for?
Catchphrase?
Running joke. I was gonna say running joke. And it sounds like you didn't even get the good bits. Lely's punchlines got way, way funkier than that. He was like the Seminese conflict, the Kohoi massacre, and the 36 famine in Yezut all rolled into one person, then cast in Orani ceramic armor, which he wore in bed and in the shower.
When he said he was done, and done mentally, it didn't sound like a joke. It sounded like a deeply troubled man.
Hold on, he said he was mentally done. That sounds like a broken man to me.
Well, maybe I pieced him back together with my magical personality.
Weren't you afraid?
Afraid of what? That tape the Hardy boys recorded? Your mother probably never told you this, but girls are evil.
Oh yeah, I know.
Had I the physical robustness and social support, I'd be in Kohoi. I would be tearing it up Soldier of the Apocalypse style.
Did he tell you he had actually done any of those things? He and Martinez, I mean?
No. We were too busy laying waste to our own nervous systems to direct any of the fury outward. He seemed happy, I guess. At ease. As much as a man like him could be.
Okay, remember that he was happy when he died.
There is a small measure of pride in her that she could quell the rage in such a being. What kind of man was he? Before you go, ask for details. She seems okay to talk about it.
Thank you for clearing that up, miss. Whenever you're ready. I'm interested to hear what Titus Hardy has to say now.
She takes a very small sip of her coffee and smiles.
Can you tell us more about the victim?
Like, for example, his name?
Actually, officer, I didn't know his name. I just called him Lely.
A nickname?
I guess. He came from Lelystad. It's short for that. And it was his army name, apparently. He said his real name wasn't his. I tried to pry it out of him, but it was no use.
Lelystad. That's a good start.
The lieutenant writes it down in his notebook.
We have a few questions you can help us with. A few things a field autopsy alone can't answer.
Okay. This is getting pretty
The
interesting.
young
Let's go.
woman cranes her neck, trying to catch a glimpse of the page the lieutenant passed to you. On it is a list of autopsy observations, recorded neatly in blue ink, the last missing pieces of a puzzle of flesh.
How old was he, miss?
He was 42.
Oh man, I got it.
42?
Eh.
Are you sure? I would have had him above 50.
He had many scars that made him appear older. But no,
The memory makes her
he
smile.
even celebrated his birthday like some weeks ago. It was a funny 2 days. He had little reason to lie to me.
Looks like you were right, officer.
Yeah, the lieutenant taps on his notebook once as though assigning some kind of point.
Points aren't good. Have one, you old dog, before we all die.
I didn't know this was a complete... Okay, better not mention it.
The
Yeah.
young woman looks at you, then the lieutenant, then you. She's clearly sensing something. A spike in testosterone levels, perhaps.
His eye color?
Blue. Light blue. They were like Like little blue galaxies, you know? It was strange, seeing those eyes in his fucked up face. Pardon the swearing. I do him an injustice. He wasn't ugly. And he had a beautiful, soft voice. Very surprising, what with all the scarring. It was quite something, watching him speak.
Okay, so he hasn't he doesn't have a voice that match his body.
He had a combat wound on his chin and mouth.
Yes. Severe. It made him look like half his face was cracking away in some strange smile. That and those eyes.
Ah, yes. His hair, if you can remember.
It was light brown, almost blonde. He darkened it with brilliantine, made it oily. Not nice to stroke. I couldn't convince him to leave it alone.
He had a tattoo. What did it mean?
Oh, that.
She smiles.
It's clear she liked it.
You like it?
Quite a lot, yes.
What it represent, do you know?
It was a map of his life and the places he visited as a soldier. It was mostly for showing off to chicks, though.
For showing off to chicks? How so?
How? Imagine him lying in bed. Freakish musculature laid out on the sheets. Scarred, of course. Tattooed. The sheets are dirty for some reason.
Is this Orani's lit?
Don't interrupt.
He's smoking and drinking, of course. And his chest and shoulders and arms are studded with stars. Tens, hundreds of them. Maybe even thousands.
Yeah, she like it a lot.
And the woman goes like, "What was this, baby?" And he says, "That was too hardcore. Don't ask me about that." So she goes, "Okay, but what's this, baby?" And he's like, "Saw some bat shit there. Killed some loincloths." And so it goes. Star after star. Port after port. Third world country after third world country. And he's done horrible things in every single one of them.
You are the woman in this?
Oh, yeah.
Can you tell us precisely what this means? And the photo.
No, thank you. I've seen enough of him dead. I can tell you what they meant without looking at them.
She poured herself some more coffee.
Go on.
He was a blue-eyed boy with thick arms, from a small town. He was also poor, and the government of Oranje needed some people killed, so they turned him into a grotesque killer. For money. He went to Killer Academy in Vredefort. Then he killed some people on the Seminine Islands, and on other islands too. All of the islands. After this, he came to Revachol and got killed himself.
Thank you for clearing that up.
Change of topic, perhaps?
She looks over her shoulder to the sea, then back to you, smiling faintly. No, I'm going to ask that if he enjoyed his death, because that's awful. We order a toxicology report. Any ideas what that will show us?
A real rainbow splattering of pharmaceuticals, I bet.
I can imagine.
Barbiturates, amphetamine, sildenafil. How much does the toxicology report cost the police of Revachol? I can do it for half of that. Save you some money? Make some myself.
Well, money, if you say that earlier, probably will give you some money.
It's quite expensive, miss. But we'll manage without your help for now.
Where is Lelystad? The place, I mean.
In Oranje, officer. It's, I think municipality is the term. A nowhere town there.
The Lelystad municipality has few boroughs and even fewer cities. It's made of agricultural plots near the border of Gottwald. Executive summary: cows, silos, and wheat.
I would like to do like a run doing a lot of encyclopedia, but right now I will put points in logic and other stuff.
You were almost right, officer. That means his race was occidental, not mondial. I'll update the form.
Okay, look at Klaasje. You were both Oranis?
Yes. We were compatriots.
Did that bring you together?
No. He was too old for that. And from another part of Oranjenrijk. I didn't even understand his accent. What brought us together wasn't Oranje. It was bad habits.
No love for Mother Oranje. But wasn't he a soldier? This could be worth pursuing.
A military man, but not a patriot?
No. He left the National Service after they taught him to do what he did on Seminine. He wasn't the flag-waving kind. He was the making money, killing people kind. He was by no means a stupid man. A people person. A small platoon leader. Certainly not a patriot.
As an Oranese yourself, didn't his lack of patriotism annoy you?
No, there's nothing on Moindi. The old world is dead and we both knew it. Come to think of it, maybe Orania did bring us together. In loathing. I love Revachol, though.
Okay.
I hope she loves me, too.
I think we're finished with this line in question.
Alright.
The lieutenant puts the sleep bag in his note and observes the young woman for a moment.
Coolly, gracefully, she pours herself more coffee.
Okay.
Wait, stop. That man, bloated beyond all recognition, was 42?
It was what she said, yes.
Below the damage, the weeks of decomposition, all the swollen indignity of mortality. He was 42 years old.
Where is this going?
How old are you? That's where this is going. 45,000 liters of raw alcohol has left its disfigurements. What lies beneath, you wonder? You could ask either one of them.
I got this. My age, I think I am...
Yes.
Oh my god, I have no idea. Probably middle-aged, but...
Do you want to know the truth?
Bring it on. I'm not afraid of the truth.
To the laboratorium.
Okay, we got another one of these. Okay, let's continue. Let's go and talk to the hardies. No. Here. Yeah, sometimes the interaction are a little bit difficult to take, but let's go down and let's talk to the hardy boys and let's mock in the face and make them angry, because that's what we're going to do. Okay.
It's you again. What is it?
Okay, hardy boy. So I talked to Klaasje about the tape.
And
nothing, she stands by what she said.
that fucking fucker. You're the worst cops in Revachol. I gave you gold on that tape.
That fucker wasn't aimed at you. It was at her.
It was a dark stuff, but it didn't prove anything, and it didn't change her mind. She pretty much loved of it, Titus. Yeah, is what she's saying. She was like you're using these terms? How? yeah, he used all of that.
Fucking fuckity fucker. And what did she say then? That it's fine. People are supposed to be like that.
It didn't come as a surprise to her, and she definitely wasn't scared.
Yes. In fact, I think she thought it was a little funny.
Funny. No good goddamn psycho whore.
Seems like they wanted to give Klaasje a second chance to play along. She still didn't.
Alright. All fucking righty then. I guess it's good then. That fucking...
Please try to control yourself in the presence of visitors, Titus.
Her voice is a bit softer than earlier.
This is just perfect. Just fucking perfect. Any thoughts on this, lawman?
Titus rubs his chin with his palm and is trying to grin it smooth.
You don't have to say everything out loud. Just mix and match.
You don't have to say everything out loud, just mix and match. Yeah, be straight with me, Titus. What really happened?
I already told you. We fucking hanged him.
There's less gusto in his voice now. His men too are growing increasingly silent.
Come on, Titus. It's been a long day. I'm tired of running back and forth between you. I can see you're tired too. Why don't you just...
You know what? I am tired. I'm tired of you and the whore upstairs. Next time you see her, tell her Titus said, "Fuck on!"
He threw his beer and can down.
That lying, scamming. We're done. This is over. You understand? Your little investigation is over.
Oh, he's out of his mind.
Yeah.
There is a silence in the room. Alain, starts saying something, then thinks best not.
On the floor, beer drips out of the can into a small puddle. No one does anything about it.
Yeah, I don't care.
What is this quiet funeral shit? All we need is some beers in us. Bartender, 20 beers for the Dock Workers Union.
Why do we make it 40, huh? Why do we make it 100 beers? You're not loud enough.
100 beers? Now we're talking. Hoppity hop over here, cafeteria manager.
Okay, let's get try to this one. It's 42%. He can roll. He can roll. Let's go.
Convince
success.
Titus he's being manipulated. You should know by now. Titus Hardie will never falter.
One of his boys will.
Just remember, it's about more than klaasje. It's about these men and Martinez, their district, their responsibility. Outside, in the midday sun, ruins. The pavements are cracked and the benches peeling. Newspapers blow in the wind.
Okay, that is case closed. Look around. We're going home, Kim.
Huh?
The lieutenant raised his
You'll
eyebrow.
get it. Go on.
Write it down, Kim. In Martinez, they'll just kill you because they don't like you.
Got it. Kill you because they don't like you.
All because... Okay, because of one chick. Yeah, I think this will hurt him more.
Bring that up one more time, and you won't get to write that report.
Yes, I understand, Alain. That's your name, right, Alain? You'll kill us. That's what they do in the wild north.
They just hang you like in the Dark Ages, make a display of your corpse.
It wasn't that. It wasn't... We just couldn't get him down, okay?
That's it.
No.
That's the weak one.
Okay, we got it.
You flushed him out. Now go in for the...
Officer, you will be next if you don't shut up.
The old man reached off his belt, but his voice is strangely calm.
He's onto you. He knows what you're trying to do.
Who was? No. Angus. Yeah. Or what? You're going to kill me like you killed him for no fucking reason?
We didn't kill him. We didn't even hang him. He was dead when...
He takes a breath, wheezing. Okay, yeah, someone shot him.
Shut up, Angus!
He was dead before you hang him?
Daddy!
Ah!
One more thing to the cops and I'll...
Dennis, stand down, or I'll beat your head in. Theo, take your hand off the belt. This isn't 31. I've got this under control.
They broke. The room falls quiet, so quiet you can hear Angus wheeze.
Angie, where's your goddamn inhaler? You sound like you're dying.
I left it home. I can't get it. I'm too fucked.
He
I'm
grabs his
sorry.
chest.
Why are you so fucking fat, Angus?
Oh, don't be
Now it's all
respectful.
pointless. Because of you. You wasted my time. I told you, Titus. I told you just give her up.
Lizzie, your help is no longer needed here. Go tell Everard.
Fine. I'll tell him. After a long walk along the coast.
She walks off without looking back.
What just happened between these two?
I know. The lady driver killed the man with a shot, and then they hang him to make them guilty and trying to put klaasje into the raping stuff. Yeah, it seems to be like that.
You're in. He's all yours. Questions?
So you didn't kill him. He was already dead.
He nods.
You hanged the corpse to cover up the real cause of death, the bullet in his head.
Another nod.
'Cause the girls asked us to. They were in some shit.
Girls plural? There's another girl? 2 of them? Take note of this. They'll probably say more about her later.
Like I say, I love rhetoric.
Did she kill him?
Cop, I have no idea. The girl says she didn't.
He doesn't think she did. Or at least he hopes she didn't.
What happened Sunday night?
Klaasje came down. She seemed really out of it. Drugged up, even more than usual. Bug-eyed and gurning, you know? Not in a fun way. It looked like she'd redosed after something went down. I've seen that look before. She was scared. I knew someone had died.
Who did you know?
I've done this job for 10 years. I've seen it before. It's the politician in the motel room with the dead hooker scenario, only in reverse.
Good analogy, boss.
The rat-faced man is Snickers.
You don't get to talk yet, Shanky. You're still on the bench. And you keep taking it easy too, Angus.
He turns back to you. What happened then?
We went upstairs. Sure as day the Merc was dead. There was a bullet hole through the window. Fucking dirty sheets and bottles everywhere.
He means they'd been fucking?
Tibbs patched the window. And the corpse. We hanged.
Who tips the hardie?
Nah, he's my brother. He's in the window replacement business.
Right now, he's grateful he hasn't gotten his brother into this mess.
If Klaasje didn't kill him, why the cover-up?
You may have noticed our girl's in some shit of her own.
I didn't notice anything. What kind of shit are we talking about?
That can't show up on police radar kind. There are people after her. From the old world. Where she came from.
These people, who are they?
They're powerful. Connected to the moral intern. She's clearly afraid for her life. Says if she showed up in your systems, she'd be ghosted away.
That's all he knows. That's all she's told him.
And why would you help someone like that? By taking on a murder?
Why would I? I guess we abide all sorts of runaways and losers here. It's a Martinez thing.
So who killed the Merc then? Any leads?
Not yet. Just some ideas. She says the shot came from outside, behind the window somewhere. So that's a clue.
What are you thinking?
I'm thinking someone's past caught up with them. Either hers or his.
Hers, you mean?
I mean the people after Klaasje. Maybe the shot missed. Maybe it was meant for her.
I like that. Been thinking the same thing myself.
You had any ideas about his past too?
My dude. One of those mercenary buddies of his could have done it. They got guns. Training. Years of bad blood, probably. Or it could have been someone else from Crenell.
He paused to think.
Tell you what I'd do. Check out the coast for vantage points. Maybe consult with a ballistics buddy of mine. That's what I'd do. If I wasn't too busy doing this clown dance with you.
Whose idea was it to hang him anyway? Hers?
In a manner of speaking.
Remember the two girls? He may be talking about the other one.
Earlier you say the girls asked for your help. Was this the other girl?
That's right. It was her idea to hang him. I liked it for political reasons. It sent a good message.
It's her, isn't? The drug trafficker, the missing hardie.
Fella, you think too much. He's off all right. You're gonna hurt your head.
A little too far there, but you're definitely right.
That woman is just affiliated with the Hardy boys. You don't know her, anyway.
Understood. Can you tell me anything about her? Name, current location?
Nope. You're not getting to her. It's Klaasje you want to talk to.
Thank you for this, Titus. I'll go talk to her for the last time.
You do that. Hey, cop. Before you go.
Suddenly, the wind picks up outside. You hear it rattling the large windows in their frames. It carries newspapers, circles the whirling in rags in a warm column.
She, Klaasje, came to Martinez to hide. Many of us did. This is where you wash up when there's nowhere left to go. The Union takes you in. Now, she refused that protection. But
you would still prefer if we didn't take her away.
that's right. If we didn't take care of the people who end up here, this place would just be a couple of ruins and some cargo containers.
We'll take that into account.
The lieutenant is like he's not moving to the coat pocket. He turns to leave. We got all the information. Oh man, this game is amazing. Okay, we have a level up. Hand and coordination. Oh man. Composter, no. Half-life, electrochemistry is, and physical instrument is also pretty good. But right now, I will give. Yeah, let's give another point in rhetoric. We're having a pretty good rhetoric use. So, and then I will go to logic. Yeah, I will give up a couple points in logic. Oh man, this game it's amazing. So now the story gets super complicated. Someone shot him and they don't know who. And they're trying to protect Klaasje. Yeah, oh man. Let me save. Now let's talk to you again.
It's always good to see you.
She cracks a weird smile, leaning back against the railing.
Something in her demeanor has changed. She's tired, consigned to her fate, to being here with you and what's to come.
I notice your room is close to mine. I have a personal question.
Yes, you're just one room away. Very personal.
Good. Yes. This means she could have heard something, like what you were doing before you blacked out.
Were you in Sunday night? I need to know what I did before I lost my memory.
You do not need to know that. What you need is to ask normal police questions, like...
Get a grip, he thinks. At least do your personal stuff when I'm not here.
Yeah, okay. The Hardy boys told us what really happened.
I understand.
She put her coffee mug on the table. You don't look surprised. You were expecting this.
I knew there was a chance you'd get them to tell you. It's what you do. You're the police. For what it's worth, I'm sorry for wasting your time.
This is good. Clear the air first, between you two. Then move on to questions. Is it? Something is off here. Shush, I can't hear what she's saying.
If you knew we would find out eventually, why did you waste our time?
Because of the Hardies. I couldn't just dispense with them. They were only trying to help me. Out of the shit I'd gotten into.
That's not good enough reason.
You're right. There's more.
More?
You answer to the coalition government, and by extension, the moral intern.
She reached for a new cigarette.
Briefly glancing over her shoulder to the sea, as she's done time and time again. A grand expanse of water reaches over the bay and to the horizon, golden grey in the noonlight.
And what lies beyond it?
The Pearl, the Muindi Isola, the Occident, and then Oranje, the old world.
That's why you're looking over your shoulder? You're afraid for the moral lantern?
You share a database with them. You send people to their courts.
What's going on? What did you do?
Just business. But bad business for some people in the moral intern. If I show up in your records, officer, they will find me. They will...
What happens if they do?
They will kill me, sir. If you file my name, take me in for questioning, enter me into the moral intern mill, well, then I'm fucked. For nothing. This murder didn't have anything to do with me.
Actually, this murder did have a little to do with her.
What did you do to have these people after you?
It's not nice, but it's not illegal. Not here in Revachol, or even in Oranje.
What exactly did you do?
Industrial espionage. I joined a business collective with the intention of betraying them. I did my job well enough to be asked to do it again, with a bigger company. The kind you really, really don't fuck with. I took their ledgers, 2 decades worth of accounting.
I need the names of the companies involved and who hired you.
He taps on his notebook.
The job was Lewsdoen County Savings Bank. They sound small, but they're part of the Lewscop conglomerate. That was the second job. The first was some printer company. You wouldn't know them.
Okay.
But she really destroyed them. She still feels it.
As to who hired me for the job, I don't know. But they're after me too. Along with Lewscop and their friends in the MI. Once you're done in the competitive intelligence circuit, you don't have allies. You're radioactive.
Yeah, you have a lot of information and you're dangerous.
Lowe's cap. These people engineer financial disasters in second world countries. The conglomerate also includes the Bank of Consecration, Airberg, and the popular Papalolo line of dairy products.
Papalolo?
Yeah. Papa fucking Lolo wants to kill me.
She smiles. I'm sure these are people who have done much worse than that. Okay, you're right, this is bad. You're destroyed what people have built. There's a lot of shit you've gotten yourself into.
It is. Many people lost their jobs. Not just C-suite. Ordinary people. What I did to get to accounting...
She shakes her head at the thought.
A lot of people got hurt. But that's just more of my shit you shouldn't have to deal with. You're solving a murder.
That can wait. Look into her eyes.
What did you do?
One of them killed themselves because of me.
She says it quickly, like she's said it 100 times to herself to get used to the idea.
That's why I wanted to give rhetoric. Like I'm saying, rhetoric is super good.
Out of guilt.
That's bad. How do you... No. That's... Shake your head. Not easy to deal with.
How do you deal with anything? It's all just... How do you do it?
I don't either.
There you have it. The way of the warrior.
She already almost devoured the cigarette. She just lit and looks at it sadly. Yeah. What happened here the night he died?
We were there. Together. In bed, I mean.
Tell me exactly what happened.
Okay.
She
He was
takes
in
a
a
deep
kneeling
breath.
position. He had just entered me. I was on my back, looking at him. I heard the window behind me shatter, and I turned to look. There was a hole in the glass. I turned back to him. His eyes were looking through me, and his mouth was open. Dumb. I could see. I could...
Her chest rises and falls with each word. She keeps herself together and says it.
I knew he was dead. Before he fell down on top of me.
You were right. He did enjoy the moment of his death.
Okay, that's why he was enjoying the moment of his death. Better not mention it. Then what happened?
He was heavy. I pushed him off and he fell to the floor. There. He only had his boots on. I bit the pillow, not to scream, then ran downstairs.
There's a long pause. She stands there. Her arms are at her sides.
I waited for the second shot to come. For me. I thought there would be one. It never came.
She's forgotten about her cigarette. The butt has burned right down to her fingernails.
I'm sorry this happened to you.
So am I.
She looks down. Her cigarette has a sing at her fingers.
She throws it away and immediately proceeds to light another one.
What time was this? When did it happen? It would help us if you could be as precise as possible.
11:30 to 12:15. I don't know the exact time. Around midnight.
It's okay. Were you inebriated?
Not as much as usual. He'd done a line, plus other things. I was drinking.
Wait. Titus said she was gurning her jaw off. Much more than usual.
This could be... No. Yeah, this could be important. Had to say you look pretty high.
Oh, yeah. I did one of his lines, just to clear my head.
Did you hear or see the shooter in the course of this?
No.
What did you do then?
Nothing. I was trapped. I was stuck in my room downstairs. I got some clothes on and crawled back up, drew the blinds. Blood was coming from his mouth. Not a lot. Just a little. He was still on the floor, slouched. I couldn't be there with him anymore. So I ran down and out of my room, into the hallway, down the stairs. I knew there would be people there.
Run, woman. Run past them and out into the streets where it's dark and people move. To the lorries at the intersection, as far as you can.
Why you didn't run away from here? As a matter of fact, why are you here now?
I already ran. I ran from an entire Isola. I can't run any further. Not with these people. This is as far as it gets.
When it happened, did you hear the gunshot?
When he was shot? I may have. I don't know. I couldn't hear anything over the glass exploding.
The gunshot wasn't that loud. This is something to keep in mind when assessing the distance of the shot.
What happened after you ran downstairs?
Sylvie was tending the bar. A lot of people were there. The Hardies were at the table in front of the stage. I think the Union box was full. Ruby was there too. They were having such a good time. I sat down and they all welcomed me. I didn't even have to say anything. Ruby knew something was wrong.
Ruby is the hardy girl.
Ruby?
Who is Ruby?
Ruby. You know, the leader.
The leader? Of what?
Oh, okay, we got it.
The Hardy Boys.
She says as if it's self-evident. I thought Hardy was the leader of the Hardy Boys.
Well, nominally, yes. Ruby's the one they go to when things happen, like things they need taken care of. She's the organizer.
Would you say she is the 8th Hardy boy?
Why not?
Okay, let's go on. What went then?
Ruby said let's talk upstairs. I showed her the room. I've known these people since December. They know my situation, that I can't leave a paper trail. Ruby was the first one I told. She said she'd take care of this. It's what she does, you know, take care of things. I helped her get the body to the bathroom. We used a belt to pull him up under the shower, to keep him upright.
To mislead you, they were tampering with the body.
To produce lividity, matching a hanging?
Yes.
That's why we saw a damage in his neck that was supposedly to be before his death, but they weren't like too hard. It's because they did it just immediately he was dead.
We completely missed the tampering. Looks like you got there in time. What was this, 20 minutes after death?
Oops.
About 20, yes. Ruby explained it would make the blood... You know what he does.
She looks at the ground, then she raises her light brow to meet yours. Then what did you do?
Ruby went outside to talk to Titus and the boys. I was just looking at Lely in the bathroom. I had to put his clothes back on. His armor, too. It was tough, but I've seen him take it off and put it on many times. It took Ruby maybe half an hour to come back with Titus. I'd gotten him ready by then. They carried him out. I knew what they were going to do. Make it look like a hanging. Ruby said they would.
What did you do while they were hanging him?
Ruby said to wait here. She also said I wouldn't see her for a while. That we should lay low or something. So I did.
The Ruby, where is this Ruby now?
I don't know. I haven't seen her since.
We will need to take this question to the Hardy Boys.
Interesting. Why did this Ruby go through so much trouble to hide something someone else did? Look into this later.
Could the people after you have killed him?
That's the first thing that went through my head when I heard the glass break. I
And
thought they'd found me. They've killed him to punish me. All last week, I've tried not to talk to anyone or be seen with anyone
she looks at her cigarette.
so they wouldn't be hurt. I've come to understand, however, this is paranoia. What happened didn't have anything to do with me.
It probably didn't.
Or I don't know anything anymore. All I do is wait here.
She looks at the table.
We can't go after Loose Cap. Not yet. There are other, saner leads.
I don't ask you to, Lieutenant. If there's one thing I know, it's that you'll get nothing from there.
Why did you call the cops if you were hiding?
Because I'm an idiot.
Which is an indicator of truth. Idiot. She's nothing of the sort.
Yeah, she's not an idiot. So you will have us believe, but you're not. I don't think so. Why did you do it?
You have to understand, the people around here, no one was making the call, and he kept rotting. And then they picked his clothes off, and that little fucker threw stones at him.
Oh, the freaking Kuno. I also hate him.
He kept throwing stones at him for 3 days. I could hear the thud. So I called you. I hope with all my heart it's not the last thing I do in Revachol.
She definitely called the cops. That was task complete. It could not have been a lie. That is impossible.
When was the window change point?
Last week, Angus and Titus's brother, I think he's called Tibbs, took care of it.
She takes a drag.
You should have another look at that window after this. Reconstruct the scene. It's right there.
In her bedroom inside?
Yes, you see the glass sparkling out of the corner of your eye.
Okay, I think we're done here for now.
She nods, silently. She doesn't even smoke, just picks up the cold coffee and holds it in her hands.
The lieutenant glances at you, then at the door.
He's thinking, are we done here?
Okay, I can give a drama. You may retry it, okay.
But we are awake, sire. She has been forthcoming with sordid details women usually conceal. Most shocking details of the sexual kind. We are.
Yeah,
if
we
you have
should go.
doubts, just give us one example of deceit. Just one, and we will gladly change our minds.
I got nothing. You're right. Wise counsel. It is silly of me to imply she lied.
Gosh, she's so young, isn't she? She would look spectacular in a starring role. Be careful not to look too long into her soon-to-be famous face, lest it make you look like an indecisive suitor. It looks like this one's not waking up. You'll have to do it without pushing her further.
Okay, let us give a volition. If we can.
She looks back. Time moves slowly. Don't worry. We will protect you from her beauty. We will consult you through the reefs and sounds of her persona. We will see through deceits. You are shielded. You are wise. You are advised. There are muscles on long white bones that line her limbs, just below the silver jumpsuit.
How about your eyes?
The strange moment ends.
Let's leave.
It was brief, no longer than 2.2 seconds.
And I can talk about her room, something?
Yeah?
Hey, where does that door lead to? Point to the door on the roof.
You tell me, officer. I've been trying to open it, in case the contamination gets to the roof and I have to move on. No luck. All right.
Okay, let's go. Let me drop a save and let's check the window before we finish the episode.
This window is pristine on the inside, unlike the one next to it. Light from the desk lamp reflects off the glass in an untarnished golden halo.
Okay, what happened here? Let's do a visual calculus.
Golden light melts away into the blue, glassy darkness of your mind. In it are two neon-lit shapes, a man and a woman on the single bed.
What position are they in?
Like the witness said, the man is kneeling, the woman is on her back. It's the night of March 4th and a shot has just been fired. The man looks directly at the woman. The shot's possible directions converge in his mouth, a ray cast from somewhere outside, entering his brain.
Where does it come from?
From the roof outside, location A prime. The glass fractures around the bullet hole. Shards face inwards like a corona behind the woman's back.
Inspect the ghostly figures.
The man does not know the bullet has entered his brain. He never will. Death comes faster than the realization.
Have a look at point A, the roof.
The ray cast from the man's mouth unravels into a fan of possible directions, all on the roof at first. The shot could have come from any of them. This is composite location A prime, most likely of the origin points.
Shouldn't there be gun residues outside?
There could have been. Then the rain and slush and wind washed it away. This was more than a week ago.
So I'm about, what, 80% sure the roof is where the shot was made from?
72%, with an antique weapon that fires military-grade ammunition. A Belmagrave rifle, for example. This is a good short distance, but not too short. The perpetrator aimed with their back against the railing, or possibly kneeling for precision. This would explain why it only took them one shot. The lights were on in here. Outside it was dark. It was like shooting fish in an aquarium, a well-lit aquarium. The victim opened his mouth to let the bullet in. Neither of them would have seen anything outside in the darkness.
Are there
Too
any
busy
arguments?
with their own bodies.
Are there any arguments against a prime roof?
None that you've found thus far, but that doesn't mean there aren't any.
Could the shot have come from in the inside of the room, a closer point? No, because the window wasn't
Point
broken.
X would contradict the woman's
Yeah.
testimony, rendering the entire proposition void. These figures would be wiped out, detective.
Could there have been another point of origin further away?
That's a 28%, yes. In this model, the shot could have come from a greater distance. Nothing excludes the possibility. This is a good short distance, but not too short. The perpetrator aimed with their back against the railing, or possibly kneeling for precision. The shot could have come from any of them. This is composite location A prime, most likely of the origin points. Should we extrapolate to include every possible point of origin in Martinez?
Yeah, extrapolate radius to include all Martinez.
According to your map of the district, this shot could have come from a wide angle of locations, starting with the northern edge of the abandoned boardwalk, ending with an islet in the bay. Let's call them B prime.
More precisely?
B prime for boardwalk, B double prime for Land's End, and B triple prime for the islet detective. There may be smaller points in between, but those are too fine to zoom in on.
Have you looked at point B at the boardwalk?
700 meters away. The likeliest of these B positions, 20% chance. A skilled sniper could have made the shot, provided he had a safe sniper's nest. Even with the light on inside, we're talking military training. At that distance, the perpetrator would have had to take wind direction into account.
Have a look at point B, Land's End.
1.2 kilometers away. The least likely of these positions.
Yeah,
let's say 3%. A truly skilled sniper could have done it, possibly from a tent. No, too far-fetched.
Have you looked at point B 3 prime, the islet?
1 kilometer away, an unlikely point of origin. Beyond the docks somewhere, on an islet in the Bay of Martinez perhaps. There are islets there, badly charted as they may be. The shot would have been a small miracle, 5% likelihood. There is an extremely narrow field of view from the bay to the window, between Rue de Saint-Ghislain 10 and 33A. The angle would have been extreme, and access to the islets is questionable.
Kim, do you think the shot could have come from further the roof in Martinez?
From where, precisely?
Let's say B prime, the boardwalk, the B double prime, Land's End, or the B triple prime, the islet.
I see you have given this a lot of thought. Are those the locations you've singled out in addition to the roof? And what is the likelihood, in your opinion, that it came from a further distance?
Much less than from the roof, but still.
Okay, well, we should see if there is gunshot residue or sniper nests if we go down the coast. Rule these spots out one by one. It would be the diligent thing to do. Until then, personally, I'm going with the roof version. A simple hypothesis can be wrong, but it's something to build on.
Okay, blink and leave. Okay, people, I think this is a great spot for leaving this episode. The next episode, we are going to talk to the man we have to talk today at night at 9 p.m. We are going also to sinking with the body, and we have a couple other stuff to do, but right now this is what we are going to do. So thanks for watching. If you like it, give a like, subscribe, and if you have any comments, leave it in the comments. I will answer any comment that you have. See you in the next one. Bye bye. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and follow me on my social media. See you on the next video. Bye bye.